up.
Now, I know you're just strangers in the park, but I'm trying to look for some people to sign a petition, not only to make gay marriage illegal, but to make straight marriage illegal. I think a marriage should be banned in general, because really it is disrupting our true primitive selves. That we should be off wandering and having sex with who and who we pleased. And we shouldn't have to conform to such primitive form behavior, because marriage was invented by centuries ago by some maniac who wanted a man and a woman to share a so-called unity for the rest of their lives, from when they're young until death, when really 50% of people are really getting divorced and only 20% of the people are happily married. And plus, people are given diamonds to share the bond of marriage, but the diamond really symbolizes the Africans in Sierra Leone actually digging up the diamonds. So would you like to sign this petition?
No.
Is it because you agree with marriage?
I think everybody should be able to get
Well, the thing is that marriage shouldn't exist in the first place. I mean, if marriage didn't exist, it's not like you would make it up. Do you think you would invent marriage if it never existed?
I think people would still be together. Like, there might not be something that was like legitimately called marriage, but I think people would
speak
still
for
live in
yourselves. I mean, I have a girlfriend, and I'm completely committed without the marriage as the relation, and without having the little ritual. I mean, if you want to have a ritual, then you go to your Dunkin' Donuts and
Yeah, but then how do you like share fiscal rights and things like that?
physical rights you believe.
Like financial things. Like, I mean, I think everybody should be able to like have share like the option of sharing their property.
Well, people can do that by themselves, and once they create their own families, and they can.
I mean, that's the
actually work
argument
their
for
problem.
people who are like against gay marriage too, that they pick up for themselves, but that's not right.
Well, really, the government shouldn't have to get involved into your love life whatsoever, even if it's economical. It really should be able to control your own economic
They
resources.
shouldn't, so the option should be there. I mean, if the government is not letting you do it, then they're getting involved that way.
Well, the point is, the government, it shouldn't have to be there in the first place. It's not necessary.
Well, I disagree with the argument.
So you believe marriage should be for everybody.
Yeah,
It should just be.
yeah, I agree.
It's a choice.
But
I mean,
people who are
okay,
religious.
here's the thing. If there's marriage, anybody who wants to can get married, anybody who doesn't want to doesn't have to get married. If there's no marriage, if you want to get married and there's no option to get married, then that's restricting that person's rights.
Oh, well, but,
Well, obviously, you won the petition.
well, I mean, the thing, I just think it shouldn't exist in the first place.
Yeah, so then you don't have to get married. That's fine. That's your choice.
But I kind of do, because society uses marriage in a way that if it's like a club and you have to join it, whether you like it or not.
Well, no.
There's so many people that are not married and then they don't want to, and that's fine. They don't want to live their lives like that in society.
Well, actually, a lot of people are married. There's very small number of people who aren't married, and those who are usually gay people.
Oh yeah, okay. And what about all the other people who aren't? Like, there's so many people
Who aren't married?
who are not.
Well, that's probably because the significant other probably wants to get married, so they end up leaving them, and then they got married to
There's
somebody
plenty of
else,
people without
and they were
significant
alone
others.
for the rest of their lives.
We obviously aren't going to sign the petition.
Well, it looks like we have a couple other New Yorkers who don't want to sign the petition. To make this would completely make the whole gay marriage issue less complicated if we
But it
just
would make so
ban
many
marriage.
other issues so much more complicated.
This in terms of the economy, like
You think that, okay, think of all the religious people who like won't allow gay marriage. If you took away straight marriage, think about that uproar. That would be so bad.
well, religion's not my problem because I'm an
But if you're gonna try and ban straight marriage, religion becomes your problem. Because straight marriage is put into effect by religious purposes from way, way long ago. So if you try and take that away, religion becomes your
Well, as long, all right, fine. The religions can do what they want because it's separation of church and state, but the state shouldn't have to.
Right. Okay. So, but that still doesn't support your point at all.
The state should ban marriage.
But then you're
Then
saying
it would
that
just
there's
belong to
separation-
religious people. Well, that sounds like the religious part.
No, because no.
No,
Like, that
because
doesn't
marriage is a
support
religious ceremony too. Are you
Like
saying
if,
all
if the state
marriage?
banned marriage, what you're saying is if the state banned marriage, it would still be like available for those who are religious, but that would be
I'm saying
negate the point of the
I'm
state
saying the
banning
state
marriage
shouldn't
in
have to
general.
look into it at all. It should. It's not like it's going to be written in the Constitution to ban marriage. Marriage is banned to all people, but there would just be
Well, then
marriage
what
just
are you
doesn't exist.
trying to do?
Marriage doesn't exist.
You can't make something not exist that
So the state,
exists
just so the
before
state
without
doesn't have to
banning
do
it.
it, just so it's just not an option.
The
Sorry,
state doesn't have to
we
do
don't sell
anything
them.
with it anyway. I mean, if the people don't, I don't know, if someone gets married and they don't want to have their like financial things or anything involved with the state, they don't have to. Like that's the whole point. Is that it's their choice.
Yeah, and then they just wouldn't have it.
But is that really like from people I've talked to, they want to get married and then they just bring up for those reasons, but that's a very small part of it. It's really just the whole ritual of it. Having people come to your wedding and see you.
What's wrong with that ritual? If people want that ritual, what's wrong with it? Why take that away from them?
Well, they can have a ritual, but it'll be amongst themselves, and the
That's
state
what it
won't
is
have to look at
anyway.
it. The
It's
state
still
won't have to
amongst
look at it.
themselves. The state doesn't go to their rituals.
Well, they have to have a marriage certificate and all.
Yeah. I mean,
If you don't want to get married, don't get married. Don't ban it from other people.
Oh, well, you ruined it for me because now our fucking lady wants to get married. Now it's making it my problem. But if it was an option, it wouldn't be a problem. So,
I'm
here's my
sorry.
life.
It's not. You're not the only one who's got that issue. Maybe you should go to support group of all the other people who have that issue too.
I tried, trust me. Well, thank you for your time. I guess we'll just have to keep